What is the most critical question of this era? There are so many things, there are so many discussion points that we come up every day that the environment has been degraded to a very pathetic level. There has been great level of pollution and natural disturbances everywhere. And this, that we are suffering from so many challenges, some cross-country challenges, some environmental challenges, poverty challenges, hunger challenges, and so many issues around the corner and around the globe, we can say. One point that comes in my mind, that what should be the most critical question that this era should be concerned of. If I list it down, there may be around 5 to 6 major questions this generation should ask from themselves. It can be like climate change, species extinction or biodiversity loss. It can be air and water pollution, water crisis. Is the drain of natural resources is really alarming, or it is the impact of deforestation and loss of vegetation that we are really reckless of, or is it the soil degradation? These are the major highlights of the myriads of questions that comes in my mind, and not in fact only in my mind. Almost every individual, someday or other, somehow or other way, these questions comes in mind. So what is climate change? What is soil degradation? What is deforestation? So these are all challenges that has been globally witnessed. Not a single country is free from these global issues, these environmental issues. When I discuss with people, there has been arguments, there has been debates on factors like climate change, ozone layer depletion and deforestation, forest fire, biodiversity loss, and many more. I found so many people, I found so many activists discussing on these major points. But what I miss is, are these most critical questions that this generation should ask? Do we think that these are the root cause questions? Do we really think that only these questions or only these issues are the actual problems that is harming us in every possible manner? I don't think so. Whenever I discuss with people, whenever I discuss with some environmental enthusiasts, activists, these are the prime focus, you can say, for the entire discussion. But in previous, say, 6, 7, 8 months, I have been pondering over the question, which I found is the most critical question apart from these 5 ecological challenges that I have mentioned so far. Whether it's a climate change or any great global issues. So my question is, are these questions which is the most dangerous one? I guess no. Let me tell you that none of the above mentioned ecological crises are more dangerous than one issue that I found these days. And that issue is, that problem is, that challenge is human behavior. We have never considered, we have never gave a single thought on this global crisis that we are actually suffering from. The environmental issues like climate change, ozone layer depletion, biodiversity loss, and many more, these are just the outcomes of what we call as human behavior. So, what human behavior I am referring to, it's not what you are wearing, it's not how you behave with people, it's not how you behave professionally, it's not how successful you are, it's not how you take up your life ahead. It's about what is your interaction, what is your obligation towards environment, towards nature, how we communicate with our nature. This is the major question that I ask myself these days. That all the ecological issues that has been challenging us day in day out are just because of that human behavior. We have never discussed, we have never talked on issues like how we should be taking nature with us. Let me tell you one very shocking fact that everyone, including me, we always discuss about whenever we become much inclined towards our environment, then we discuss about points like eco-friendly product, eco-friendly business, eco-friendly house, eco-friendly resort. We have narrated this eco-friendly term and we have looped this eco-friendly term with only product and services. But my question is, what about eco-friendly human? When we are going to be discussing like this, why only products and services will be eco-friendly? Why not humans has to be eco-friendly in their behavior, in their manner, in whatever they do, whatever we do every day, whatever we create every day? What is the status of environment in our activity, in our deeds, in our beliefs? I find it missing. We are involved in making our lives happen in the way we want, and in this making our life, in this race of making money or just taking up your life, taking up our life, we have forgotten the nature. So let's discuss about this human behavior. Let me tell you that it's our insensitivity that is the pivotal reason for the ecological deficit we are going through. What next? What we are up to? Whatever I have discussed so far are the challenges, are the issues, are the problems that entire globe is going through. This generation is going through a severe ecological deficit everywhere. There is no pure air to breathe, there is no pure water to drink, there is no hygienic place to live. We have disturbed every element of nature in building our life, in building our comfort. So what next? Today I will discuss about a concept, a methodology that I have derived while going through these discussion points and while discussing with some environmental activists around the corner, around the globe. Let's understand this with an example. We have established standard in every manner of our life. If we take an example of education, we have established a standard that if we are successful in making 30% marks, then we are pass, otherwise we will fail. The similar standardization is in every aspect of our life, in our business, in our profession. There are traffic standards, there are financial standards, there are economic standards, there are educational standards, administrative standards, and many more. Engineering standards. Everywhere we have established, since we are human, we are evolved creature of this planet. We tried to meticulously arrange our day-to-day life, and we have tried to become civilized. And in order to maintain that civilization, we have developed so many standards in every realm of our life. So my question is, why we fail to establish that standard where nature is concerned? Why we fail to set that standard where we exploit the resources that nature provides us? Why we fail to establish the standard consumption at individual level? Why I'm not able to find any standard that tells me, yes, you are an individual of 30 years of age and this is the standard consumption rate that you should follow. This is the standard water consumption that you should strictly follow. This is the standard behavioral consumption that you should abide by. Why it is very difficult to find these notions in our day-to-day life? We have been witnessing so many industries, so many organizations every day who are discussing on tackling the environmental challenges by investing huge sum of money, say billions and trillions of dollars, in just ensuring that yes, we are going to clean the ocean, we are going to clean the rivers, we are going to purify the air that we have already polluted. But why nobody is coming up with establishing the standard of natural resource consumption? So in order to answer this question, I have designed one concept, and this concept is MyCOO. MyCOO stands for my cost of operation. As we all know, there has been standards, there has been cost structure of every organization, every country, every sort of organization. There is a proper cost design, cost structure that a company follows, and there is always a agenda, or you can say there is always a motivation towards reducing that cost, whether it's capex or opex, capital expenditure or operational expenditure. So every one of us is pretty much concerned about reducing that cost of operation of that organization. But why the same agenda, why the same notion is not built in our own life? Our body is also an organization which consumes something and gives an output. We consume natural resources, we consume food, and gives some output like our behavior, our individuality, our integrity, some financial output, some ecological output, some social output. So these are the output of this organization which we call as a body. And this, at the same time, there is certain consumption rate of every natural resources. What we do at MyCOO, we are indulged ourselves in building a standard consumption rate of every individual. And these standards will be designed by experts, by environmentalists, by activists, by scientists, by innovators like us, like me, my team. And together we will construct an infrastructure that will let us know the standard consumption, what is the standard natural resource exploitation that we should follow, and we should strictly follow. What we did at MyCOO, we have designed this entire concept very smartly and very diligently, that this step towards sustainability at MyCOO will be a joyous journey, or it will be something like you will be contributing towards greener environment or sustainable environment in a very easiest way. It will be just like uploading a display picture on social networking site. At MyCOO, we just take some human behavior inputs, some consumption patterns, and based on that we just reflect your ecological efficiency index that we call as MyCOO index. That MyCOO index is a representation of your ecological efficiency. So yes, we are working hard. We are very soon will be coming up with an idea MyCOO that will be aligning this generation towards a step close to nature, a step that will take us towards sustainability, and yes, that will help us from intergenerational crime. I consider being reckless towards nature is like a intergenerational crime we are doing. We must be aware of that, and we must act in that direction. Thank you.